Oh, I'm sorry. It truly seemed like I was the only thing that balanced him out. I give off so much loving, healing energy to him. I had no idea that he was taking it for granted and taking advantage of it as well. Later in the day, he called me and he complained that I didn't notice how much he wanted me. And he said that I was ignoring the connection. He threatened to kick my door in at my property location in St. Louis. He said that if he did this, that I would finally notice him. He was literally on the phone walking around my house in St. Louis, threatening to do this repeatedly. I didn't believe they would really do such a thing. We were having such a great day. I didn't understand, why was he so different? It was him being bipolar. I alerted another neighbor of ours that David's threats to do this, and I asked him to watch my house and call the police if he sees anything unusual. He wasn't at home at the time, but he agreed to keep me posted. I thought David was just acting out as a young man who wanted to get some attention. This is when I realized he seriously needed me in his life, and that this was then I truly felt responsible for helping him. I felt so guilty, as though I wasn't being there for him when he needed me the most. I even knew that I was wait a minute. Oh my God. Even though I knew I was being there for him, he made me feel so guilty for not doing more for him. I thought, okay. So I'm going to, all right, I'm going to take the camera off my face to help me read a little bit better. All right, so where was I? Okay, I thought I needed to do more for him. David played the victim and I fell for it. I felt like if I didn't give him what he wanted right away, he would be so mean and so aggressive. He also never mentioned to me that he actually did this. He just convinced me that he only said that in anger and that it's nothing that he would do because he respects me and he loves me. He said all of the right things, but I was convinced that he didn't do it. That he was just talking out of the side of his neck, being immature and angry. So I tried to help him open up and explain why was he feeling this way, and I wanted to know what it was that he was feeling, thinking, and what was the absolute truth. He absolutely lied to me, that's the truth, and he hid the truth from me completely. He denied doing it, and he completely changed the subject to love bombing me. He was detached and clearly played victim, and it was impossible to communicate with him about it at all. He was argumentative, and he behaved like it was too deep for him to talk about, and that he was in pain, and that he would blame a lot of his immature and negative traits on his father and childhood. He always had an excuse to explain everything, and I could see that he was trying, but he was struggling to take responsibility. He was so convincing that he needed me. He even made me feel guilty for not giving him my attention. He treated me as if I was abandoning or neglecting him for not being there, because he was so codependent, and I would just be doing my thing independently. I moved forward with David because I was convinced of his lies at this time. I didn't know anything about him actually kicking in the door. He played it off to me as a verbal threat and nothing more. I believed him. I had no knowledge that it was actually kicked in until April, so keep that in mind. Going forward, I was under his spell, literally. So I increased the amount of attention that I would give him and the frequency and the communication and the quality of our talks together. I knew that he was an emotionally damaged person, and that it was clear to me that I was his refuge. In early December, he declared that he wanted to marry me, and that he couldn't live without me, and that he was going crazy without me, that the connection was so strong between us. By this time,